The members of the group want to recruit as many people as possible to communicate their ideas to the society more effectively and efficiently. Hearing their conversation, George backs away and accidentally stumbles upon a secret vault with an abundance of boxes. He decides to leave this mystery for later, closes the vault and is about to leave when he stumbles upon the blind priest. The priest feels his face and hands and then releases George. He realizes that George is the laborer, and immediately, with no hesitation, starts talking about the revolution. George is disturbed by all of this, and he runs out of the church. The preacher yells after the guy that he will eventually come back. A police helicopter appears and begins to circle over the church, which makes the attendees of the meeting nervous. Soon the helicopter flies away, and George borrows binoculars from a local teenager and continuously monitors what is happening in the building. Gilbert and his henchmen carry boxes out of the building and put them in the car. George's surveillance is interrupted by Frank. Nada immediately tells his friend about what he just saw in the church, but Frank doesn't want to get into trouble and advises him not to interfere with whatever is going on either. Meanwhile, the car filled with the boxes pulls away from the church. George watches the church with the binoculars all day, but nothing else happens. In the evening, the camp and the church are surrounded by the police. The people are confused about what exactly they are guilty of, so they silently observe what is going on. Suddenly, the police, with the help of bulldozers, begin to demolish the numerous tents and trailers of the residents, and they scatter in a panic. Horrified, George watches the chaos unfolding as the police ruthlessly destroy the lives of good people. Law enforcement officers catch and corner the priest and the preacher from the TV. They desperately try to resist, but the police beat them till they no longer breathe. The same fate awaits everyone who doesn't escape from the camp. George can't do anything to help those who have already been taken by the police, but he saves a teenager who is huddled in a corner in fear. Having barely escaped from the police, George and the frightened teenager climb onto the top floor of a dilapidated church. After wandering through the corridors, they find a room where the remaining survivors are hiding. The people don't understand why they were raided and spend the whole night in a shelter. In the morning, they come out of their hiding spot to inspect what is left of the camp after the last night's nightmare. The camp looks like a hurricane went through it, but they find a TV in the middle of the camp, which surprisingly still works and is broadcasting funny ads. Meanwhile, George decides to investigate the secret vault in the church.